Okay, we are getting towards the end. Now remember, the way that we do a multi-product break-even, and I have a couple of other videos for this, is you take your average contribution margin per unit and you use that as sort of the starting point to get to the total number of sort of bundles or packages that you need to sell. And then you back out from that into how many of each. So this is, kind of a part that blows people's mind, right? You're going to be working from right to left instead of left to right. So the first thing we need to calculate is our total number of break-evens in terms of the packages. And we'll do that for both of these because once you get that through your head, it's pretty straightforward. Do the total first, and it says to do that over here in the instructions, right? So you do the total first, and then you back into how many of each of these products you get. Because remember, we're thinking about in terms of packages, like a Happy Meal or like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, right? So how many of these packages do we need to sell? We know that the average contribution margin per unit per package, I'm going to change that, per package or bundle, there, that's better, is $8. And so what we are going to do is, just like we do normally, we take and divide our fixed costs, which are $1,500, divide that by our average sales mix. So that's 188. Okay, and you know what? While we're at it, let's do that with our target. So it's the same thing, right? So we want to make $8,000 a month in profit. So we treat that $8,000 as if it were a fixed cost that we have to cover. And we divide it by the average contribution per unit per package. And we get 1,188, right? And then this is in terms of units. So we know that, right, 2/3 of our units sales are going to be product one. So how do we say that? Equal. We want to have an expression that indicates 2/3 of this 188 will be in how many units of the first product we're going to be selling. So it's 2/3 of, oops, sorry about that, times that number here. That's 125 units of the first item, and likewise we have to make this one be 1/3 of the total, 188. And I tell you what, there we go, 63 units of the second product. And that means that at break even, our sales revenue here is going to be 125 times $10. Where is it? There it is. And our sales revenue here is going to be 63 times the $30. There's that. So our total sales revenue at break even here is going to be the sum of those two, thusly, $31.25. And if we want to make our $8,000 a month profit, we need to have this be 2/3 of the total 1188, or 792 units of the launch it, and 1/3 396 units of the treat time, And you'll notice that because I'm just multiplying and dividing, it's actually irrelevant whether I actually put what order I put the terms or whether I put a parenthesis around, because the order of operations is just, they're all both the same, right? Multiplying and dividing. So I just put the parentheses around to kind of hold it straight in my head that I'm multiplying by a ratio. Okay, and our sales volume at our target profit is going to be 7916 for the launch it, and that's not right. There we go. 11,875 for the treat time, and so our total profit our total sales at our target profit is 19,791. And what I want to note is that these numbers are not the same as in the previous situation. If we were just focusing on the treat time only, we would have had to sell $23,000 worth in order to be able to break even if we were only selling that, which is higher. And if we were only focusing on the launch it, we would have only had to sell about $16,000 in order to break even, right? So it matters how much sales we require if we're looking at one product versus multiple products. Now, as I've mentioned, most companies, don't just have one product. And so this multi-product break-even is something that you are going to see in your management career.